Hi, Dr. Dolly. I'm just starting my chronic pain fellowship after an anesthesia residency. It's an active duty fellowship in the military, then I have at least a 3-year active duty Air Force HPSB commitment after that. I'm also recently married, and I have a baby girl due in a month. Using your calculation from the life insurance section of the WCI Bootcamp book, we estimate I'll need about $4 million in coverage. My questions are, should I add the military SGLI benefit to that as well? And also, given your history with the military, which I thank you for, any other life insurance tips and tricks given my situation would be much appreciated. Side note, I tell everyone I know to follow you, and every word on your blog is absolute gold.
Thank you, Mike, for your kind words, and thanks for your service. Disability insurance is pretty tricky with the military, but life insurance isn't that hard to deal with at all. You can just go to a life insurance broker and buy that $4 million policy. Now, if you like the SGLI policy, you can use that for $400,000 of your coverage. I had SGLI as part of my coverage when I was in the military. When I got out, I looked at veterans group life insurance, didn't like the pricing on that, and decided we were fine without it. And so we just dropped that portion of our coverage. Because remember, as you go through your career, you need less and less and less life insurance coverage as your nest egg gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that's kind of natural to slowly decrease how much life insurance you have, which works out well because it gets more and more expensive as time goes on, unless you lock in level pricing with a 20 or 30-year level premium policy. So I just go to life insurance broker. We've got a recommended list at whitecoatinvestor.com. Go into the recommended tab, and there's insurance agent tab there, and I just buy life insurance. No big deal. Now, keep in mind, they often will not cover acts of war and that sort of a thing. But the truth is, as a military doc, you're probably not going to die from your military service. You're much more likely to die from cancer or being hit by a car on your way to work or whatever, right? And so those are the risks you really need to insure against, not so much if you get shot evacuating from the runway in Afghanistan. It's just not a very high risk for military docs. I'm not saying no military doc has ever died while being deployed as an act of war. It certainly has happened, but it's pretty low risk. And so I would just buy life insurance knowing that it's probably not going to cover those risks, but it covers all the other risk in your life that you're taking on. So I don't think you need a lot of tips and tricks there. Look at SGLI as part of your coverage, the Servicemen's Group Life Insurance Policy, and that's fine to use for part of your insurance coverage, but you're probably going to need more than that because you can't get $4 million in SGLI. So keep that in mind. Again, thanks for your service, and I hope you enjoy your fellowship. If you want your questions answered by the White Coat Investor, record your question at whitecoatinvestor.com/YQA or click the link in the description.
My dad, your host, Dr. Dolly, is a practicing emergency physician, blogger, author, and podcaster. He is not a licensed accountant, attorney, or financial advisor, so this podcast is for your entertainment and information only and should not be considered official, personalized financial advice.